From the heart of the city to your ears, we bring you the stories that matter. Tune in, turn up, and take over.
Good music, good vibes. Great mornings. You tuned into the Morning Aura.
The time is exactly 7:15 a.m. If you just joined us now, welcome. It is time for First Sips right here on the Morning Aura. Before we move any further into our Wednesday, I want us to take a collective breath. April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and in a country like ours where the headlines often feel heavy and the stats can feel overwhelming, this month isn't just a topic, it's a reality. It's about our sisters, our brothers, our friends, our mothers, and yes, even the fathers sometimes who have had to carry secrets they never asked for. So I want to start by saying to anyone listening who has a story they haven't told or a wound they hadn't quite closed, we see you are not your trauma, and your voice, even if in silence, it has immense value. This month is about breaking that silence, but doing it with the gentleness and the respect that survivors deserves. Now, bringing forth to the conversations that I want us to tackle today, speaking about reclaiming our voice. I don't know if you've noticed the Medusa tattoos blowing up on the timeline lately.
Yes. I've noticed them blowing up on the timeline, but I haven't really. I've read about what they mean, and then I tend to lose it.
Oh, you lose it again? Yeah.
Can you connect me with it again?
Okay. And for those who are like Tina, also at home, for the longest time we were told that Medusa was a villain, right? Okay. She was a monster with snakes for her, who turned people to stone, specifically men. Okay. But survivors are flipping the script because of in the original Greek myth, Medusa was not actually a monster. She was a survivor of a horrific assault in a sacred place. And when she was cursed with that hair and that gaze, it wasn't actually a punishment, it was a shield. So when instead of bringing forth justice, the lady cursed her to be the Medusa that she became. And I think in the Greek mythology, it came forth as punishment, but why did you do this? Why did you bring me?
So this lady punished this girl.
Yeah, because of scenario, to break it down, to simplify it. It's me, you, and my husband. Okay. My husband sexually assaults you. Okay. I punish you because of I don't take it as sexual assault. I take it as you seduced my man because of you're beautiful, you are youthful, you are Tina, So I curse you to have the snaky hair and all of that, whoever looks in your eyes just turns into stone. Because of in my head, I think I'm protecting my husband from seduction, and the husband is the perpetrator in this scenario. So that's how Medusa became.
Which is something all of these victims face.
Yes.
But they don't believe you as the victim, but they believe whoever did whatever
they always believe the perpetrator. They always go for the perpetrator, and they always put blame on the victim that no, why didn't you fight back? It's always the question. I remember there was this American actor. I forgot his name, but I'll look up his name. He was sexually assaulted, and he's like, whenever he told people that, this is what happened to me, people constantly asked him why didn't you fight back? Why didn't you fight back?
This is a man. Because he's a man.
And men are asking him that, why didn't you fight back if you were getting assaulted? And his response was why should I fight violence with violence? Why should I even be in that scenario to begin with?
Yes, that's the question.
So I just felt also the community that we're in. So the Medusa now is seen as a shield. The snakes were there to make sure no one could ever get close enough to hurt her again. So her gaze, which turned men to stone, was her saying, you cannot look at me with entitlement anymore. You cannot touch me without my permission. So what you see, so when you see that tattoo on someone's skin today, you don't see a monster. See a woman or a man or a victim who has decided to be her own protector. It is a symbol of reclaiming power, and it's a way of saying I have turned my pain into a boundary that no one can cross. So I want to hear from you this morning. Does this change how you look at the symbol now? And to the survivors in the Ora family, how are you protecting your peace this month? The lines are open. You can hit us up on the WhatsApp number.
It is 06707068882. You know, I'm browsing through my thingy, and there's a video on one specifically. They were speaking about how they were talking about this. These guys were like, "Oh no, this is because you're wearing this." Like, I really forgot the video, and it was so like, I'm gonna look for it. Then when I find, I'm gonna like just explain what's happening on the video.
Yes.
For our listeners out there. It is awareness month, all right? We're speaking all things Medusa. If you have seen a friend or seen anybody, it could literally be a guy with that tattoo, a girl with that tattoo, just know that they've been through a lot, you know. There's also a semicolon one. The semicolon one is for what exactly? I see them and people explain these things, and then they
The
just,
semicolon, I haven't paid attention to it.
because they mentioned the semicolon one, and they're like, oh no, the semicolon also is part of maybe you were sexually assaulted. But I just need to fact check that real quick. We'll be right back after this short ad break. We're still on Medusa and the uncomfortable awareness. We're talking all things sexual assault, because it is a sexual assault awareness month, right? Don't switch any dial. We'll be right back after this short ad break.
Would you like to grow your brand and
We are still within the first sip. It is the morning aura right here on U-Town Radio. We're speaking all things Medusa and the uncomfortable awareness. It is Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and we're discussing the Medusa tattoo trend, right? So in context, what we have in context is that why do survivors get it, and why they're turning a story of why do survivors get it? They are turning a story of victimization into one of protection and the gaze that stops predators in their tracks. I did ask the semicolon one, and I thought it was another alternative tattoo people get when they have been sexually assaulted, but I was told that it means you are a suicide survivor. It is also connected to surviving depression and something of those sorts, right? So it's slightly it is, but not really, like, you know.
Yeah, so moral of the story is just like living through another day to say that you have conquered something, or you have worked through something,
Yes,
or
yes.
you are trying to heal through something.
Yes.
So I think that is why they are mostly like tied together, the Medusa and the semicolon.
So yeah, we are speaking all things that. Another one, we're gonna go to a deep dive, right? Just to throw it in before we jump into our headlines. Yes, we do know. One thing I've seen on social media, people associate Indoze, sexual assault, GBV, etc., right, with women and just women,
And women
they
only.
sideline men, right? And I'm like, it's a bit unfair, right? And once you stand up as a woman, like, no, it's a bit unfair because GBV stands for gender, and gender is male and female, right? They's like, oh no, you are a man pleaser. You are what do they call those women?
Pygmy.
Pygmy, yes, you are a pygmy, right? And I'm like, that's not the case. It's a thing, but maybe men don't have enough voice to just speak out and be like, yo, because men have been speaking out like, yo, GBV is for everybody. Everybody can be assaulted. And I think the main reason why there's maybe like less cases whereby we see men go report it at the police station, they get laughed at.
Yes.
So you rather keep quiet and just move on from it, right? So we're gonna dive into what an unhealed man does to society after the headlines. In like 6:30, right? Because there's so many unhealed men, and an unhealed man ends up doing a lot of things that we can't really, you know. So yeah, we're gonna deep dive into that so we can know what happens, right? We're gonna mainly focus also on men carrying unprocessed pain, anger, and trust issues. If that's you, if you know someone who's going through that, or if it is you, do hit us up on our WhatsApp line. It is 06707068882, right? We want to speak about the unhealed man because it is Sexual Assault Awareness Month.
Welcome back. If you just joined us, we are talking everything about unhealed men right here on Morning Order. In South Africa, we have a generation of men who are raised on the phrase of indoda ikali, right? A man doesn't cry. We taught our boys how to be hard, but no one actually taught them how to process being hurt. And the result is we have a society full of men who are carrying unprocessed pain, anger, and trust issues like a second skin. And what that leaks into the society, I'll put a perfect example with the wounded boy. He shows up in his family. He wants to be a present father, a present husband.
Okay.
He shows up. He doesn't know how to process things. He doesn't know how to deal with conflict when something arises. So he ends up being abusive. He ends up being absent. He ends up being a tyrant that no one at home wants to sit and enjoy his presence. So it leads in so many negativity ways. So I feel like if we as the society were to provide a platform that not only focuses on the girl child,
Also boy child.
also the boy child, so that when we have a platform where boy children can speak up, can be vulnerable, can be celebrated in their manhood in a healthy way, of course, it now leads to them being
Healthy beings
being
in
healthy
society.
beings in society.
Yeah.
Where now we don't have to advise our daughters to like raise them in a certain way that, yo, don't sit like that in front of boys, don't do this, don't wear like that in front of boys. So I feel like we need to do so much healing with the boy kids so
There's
that
so
the
much.
generation becomes better.
I feel like men are just predators. And one day, the time I was passing by Bire, and I was like, why are men like this? And I was so
It's
annoyed.
always uncomfortable, right?
Mama. And they go as far as wanting to touch
Yeah,
you.
they
They're
touch you.
Ngathi zichita. Zilana zibona Springbok. Come on, what's going on? Relax. I'm just a girl. Like, this is your
Like-
first time seeing a girl in your life.
You
acted like it's a world filled with men, and I'm the only girl. Like, what's that? Oh my God, we all hyped up. I'm
yo,
like,
I've
there's
never
so
seen
many.
that.
There's so many girls out there. It's nothing new. You know, seeing a girl is nothing really new. You're not going to unique that, but I feel like men are just predators. Do you think it's something like, because with how the world was designed, or how God just placed us there, we don't have answers to most things.
Yes, we
do you
do
think
not.
like men were how God wanted to be like? Because I believe God is the spirit, right, that
Yes.
designed all these things, right? Do you think He would design men to be like that? Like, it's something that's like deep within. And some, because of how you grow up, you end up switching to being this person.
Yes.
Do you think?
I think I don't want to say okay. From what I've read with the mythologies and also that men were I don't know, made to be hunters. Like they just hunt. So that I think that is why the predator instinct always kicks in for them, and that is why the woman was now formed to help the man be a better version of himself, because of God was like, you need help, and then that was where the woman came in. But then with how the situation in the society is going, it's like we have this problem that men are the problem, but for them to become the problem, so many things occurred for them to become
Yes.
this
Even
toxic,
worse now.
you know,
They're too toxic.
like, and they can't even voice about them. Like some, they're not even aware that, yo, I was actually assaulted. I mean, most of the blossoming stories of men, they'll tell that my first was with my mom's friend, my sister's friend. Like it was always someone older, and that alone is assault.
Yeah, we asshole. They think it's cool because they idolize
Yeah,
it.
they hype them like them like, yo,
Yenza noma- Yeah.
but it's actually like what breeds
Preposterous.
the toxicity that comes to play in the society, and also the lack of accountability on the woman who actually perpetrate this young man, you know. So it's like just like a cycle of toxicity. But I feel like because of that, we are now in a society where we're just constantly bashing men. We are bashing men every chance we get, forgetting that they're humans, forgetting that they're going through things. And then we are celebrating women who are now coming with a toxic femininity upon men. So it's just like a form of like imbalance. And my chat is like, why should you now become the oppressor for you to be heard?
It doesn't
Both
make
worlds can exist. I don't need to like suppress a man, isolate
No,
men,
no, you don't
make
have
them
to.
you like make them choke out of the society. That is
don't
not
have
what
to.
we need to be advocating for. We need a balanced society where both men and women can fully be present
And
in
live
the space
together.
and live together, coexist.
Kahle nje.
We were meant to coexist,
Kahle
not to
nje.
live alone, not to look
We
down
don't
on
need a
people,
toxic relationship.
not to oppress other people.
Of course. We did ask you a question, listeners. If men don't talk about their heartaches, how does the pain eventually leak out into their relationships and their community? I have a voice note coming through. Let's hear what Uchomi has to say.
Morning, Aura.
Morning.
If men don't express their heartbreak, that pain just doesn't disappear.
Yes.
It shows up differently. It can come out as anger or emotional distance, poor communication, or even harmful behavior in relationships, affecting not just partners but families and the like wider community. People around them. Unspoken hurt. It often turns into a cycle, cycles of like misunderstanding, because what isn't healed quietly like spills into how people treat others.
True that.
Thank you.
True that. True that. I have another comment coming in to show me up. But the thing is, we love using our minds / brains. So everything is in the mind. So when pain is inflicted to the heart, you think about it and how you can do your revenge. So I guess that's how it works. I think men don't want to use their heart. They feel like I'm weak if I use.
Yeah.
I feel like
They do have that mentality. Sorry, something does happen off air. We're still.
Pardon me, child. We ain't laughing at that.
We're not laughing at that,
No,
but yes,
it's a serious
men, and I think we need to change the perception that being vulnerable is a sign to weakness. It's actually power. Being in tune with your emotions and expressing them in a healthy way, like giving them an outlet.
Okay.
It has so much power.
Do you think also with what I want to jump into, right? Another contributor factor with how social media is. And I've heard people saying, no, social media, we're just playing. But sometimes you guys are not playing. There's a thin line. There's this thin line and people are just don't get it, right?
They don't get it.
So women like saying, oh no, men are toxic, right?
Yes.
But then when a man is raised properly and they're able to be in tune with their emotions, they're able to provide a safe space for women.
He's not my type.
You see
He's
now?
not enticing. Hey,
So what do you want?
Ufunani?
When he's toxic, when he's not toxic,
When
hey,
a gentleman
weak.
comes, weak.
You start disrespecting him and making him feel less of a man. Why is
the
that?
the society has so much to do with that. Have you seen, like, when you find a man who just loves you and is soft with you and treats you like, oh my God, like this existential
Yes.
being.
Like
The society
wow.
buzz to only see you. And
where
you know, like, they're like,
you want controller,
I'm controller. Imagine with the
Right.
family, they'll like try to feed this whole, no man, you can't treat her like that. You need to work. You need to work. And now the man is like, okay, maybe I am weak. And then he started feeling like, okay, I need to be this
firm person and toxic. Firm is toxic to them, by the way. Firm is not being standing your ground.
yeah,
like, yo,
standing. No,
It's being toxic.
toxicity. So yeah, let's hear ukuthi uchomi uthini pha.
Yeah, massive.
The leakage depends on the type of male the guy is. One. And heartache actually impacts us all in different but yet a bit similar in ways. And if we're speaking about umjolo, okay, that one, the guy would actually distance himself from his friends. The guy would isolate himself also at home in the aspects of parents communicating with parents. Like the communication actually changes, it shifts drastically in a way of the guy is always annoyed and snaps ngoku kaseluma manje or umzali or anyone.
Yeah. Injalo. Injalo bethu now ichani. Injalo bethu. No, I think another contributor factor is the fact that when we have there's so many good men out there. It's not just there's so many guys.
Like my husband.
Oh, I like about her.
No, because growing up as a last born, I never got the stage. So I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I am so sorry indeed, drama queen. But yes, there
There's
are
so
good
many
men out there.
It's just that sometimes women contribute to making them toxic because
They
they're like,
do.
a good man, as I mentioned, he does everything. He treats you so well. And now society will want to make you feel like, nah, this is not a man. Maybe
after nine.
Why is a good man being called that? Okay, he's good, so what? Like, guys, There's a lot going on. It's just a lot.
Kuningi.
There's a lot going on.
Kuningi.
And that's how we wrap the first sip for this morning. If you just joined us, a very good morning to you. We were talking all things. Medusa and the uncomfortable awareness, as well as the unhealed men, right?
Yes.
Men out there should definitely heal, right? If you are an unhealed man, you should definitely heal. Sit down with yourself, speak to yourself. Don't rapidly jump to or want to be everywhere. And drink your problems away. You can never drink your problems away.
Change girls left
There's
and
no
right.
shortcut to healing.
I think.
You have to take the-
Unfortunately, there isn't.
There is no
and
shortcut.
sometimes, I don't know, social media also, it is a contributor to this. People think that healing takes it's like it's a blink of an eye. This thing is a lifetime journey. It's a lifetime journey.
Right? Needs you.
Because it may work today and it may not work tomorrow,
Yeah.
but you need to continue the work every day. You need to undergo some
time.
things. It's like a car. You maintain it every day. It's like a house. You clean it. You
Yes.
sprinkle. You do the mawazas. You hold the flowers there. You change curtains. So it's an everyday exercise. You just need to commit to wanting to better yourself for yourself and for the people around you, so that it is also easy to love you.
And so that you're not toxic to anyone. So that you are umuntu okahle nje. Xa umuntu ecinga ngawe athi, "Yo,
Oh,
this
baby.
guy."
There's this brother of, have you met my brother?
Have you met my brother? You know, also with women out there, when you have a man like that, don't feel like he's less of a man.
And don't listen to what TikTok is saying. Oh, ChatGPT. But no.
No, ChatGPT will definitely be on your end, okay? And that's how we wrap the morning. The first sip. I almost said the morning deco. The first sip. Very good morning to you. We're gonna go to a short music at that break and then jump to the full bulletin at 8. Don't switch any dial. We'll be right back after this.